In this video, I will show you how I spent $56,000 on paid ads and made back almost $226,000 in one single month. It's all based on a VSL funnel. Primarily, I will go over the entire funnel here in this video. I will also show you the ad account and the revenue and cash collected here. So if we just start with the ad account, we can see this is from, if we just go back where I can actually draw here, this is based on one single month in April 2024. Amount spent $56,649. Again, it's based on primarily a VSL funnel, which means that we're collecting leads and of course booking calls as it's a high ticket program. So cost per lead, we can see we generated almost 2,600 leads in this single month. We generated 221 calls. The cost per lead was almost $22 and the cost per call is $250. So very, very solid numbers here. You can also see the rest of the funnel. Solid CPM, $30 here. Of course, this is the kind of the coaching, starting a business niche. So that's why we also have a little bit higher cost per lead and a little bit higher cost per call as well. But yeah, let's go to the kind of interesting stuff and important stuff, which is the funnel. How did we actually generate these leads? How did we generate these calls? And how did we generate these sales? And that's just to show you the sales. We have the revenue and cash collected from this specific month. We can see almost $227,000, and we made $135,000 in cash collected. This gives us a revenue ROAS of 4 and a cash collected ROAS of 2.4. So plenty of cash to actually scale up, use the ad spend next month. And then of course, we've been running this for prior months as well. So we're also getting payment plans in to spend more on ads to actually scale. So yeah, now to the funnel. The funnel is basically based on this social funnel. So we have the new engagers up here, which is where we're generating the traffic. That could be paid ads, organic content, referrals or partnerships or outbound. So the top of funnel over here, we have the middle funnel. This is where we build trust and interest. So this is both the lead magnet follower and website landing page. This is where they are engaged. Then we of course have the nurture mechanisms, which in this case is the VSL and webinar, and of course the email and the app setter as well, together with content. So these four was primarily what we use in this funnel setup. So yeah, of course the bottom funnel, we used sales calls. We also had conversations through the app setter, and then we of course made them the offer on the sales call and signed them up. So let's go through the exact funnel. A very big part of this was the organic content, both from Instagram and YouTube, especially YouTube with basically nurturing, so very much middle of funnel. And then we of course have the organic Instagram post as top of funnel. And we also used the Reel Boost feature where we ran all the traffic into the Instagram profile, as we can see this way. So went to the Instagram profile, and then we had an appointment setter team that reached out to all new followers and started new conversations. And then people also DM'd us. So through that funnel, the app setter, of course, we had some really, really good app setters. They all went to book a call with them, and they were very, very high quality leads, as we had a very good qualification with them over DMs, and they were basically already ready to purchase when they came on a call. So our sales guys loved them when they came through the appointment setter funnel. But of course, since we had high volume, we also went with the kind of free training video with the VSL. And that's very much where we use the meta ads, we use the TikTok ads, and we use the YouTube ads. And in this case right here with the screenshot, I only have for the meta ads, as this is where we spend the most. TikTok ads, we spent a little bit, then we got shut down because of TikTok guidelines. So yeah, nothing to really say there. And YouTube ads, we more or less just used it for retargeting, so didn't spend too much there, around $1,000. So yeah, all this traffic all went to the opt-in page. So opt-in page was a very, very simple page. We just had a headline. We had a kind of just an image of the video that they were going to see, but with a lock over, and then the call to action button, and then we just collected the name, email, and phone number. And phone number was very important in this scenario. Of course, when they opted in, they came to a email flow with a value sequence that basically just was designed to book them a call. But when they also signed up with the phone number, so in Denmark that's +45, it can also be +47, +40, something else, Norway, Sweden, all of that. But we basically had a dialer that called out all leads instantly, basically, and tried to book them in on a call. As you know, when people first sign up, this is where they're most hot. So the faster you can call out, the better it is. It has to be basically within the first 5 minutes if it's going to be effective. So a very hard task, and then definitely not easy. We definitely did it over multiple periods, as we didn't really have a dialer that could actually call out instantly. But at the end, we got it, and it definitely worked wonders. So when people opted in, of course, they directly got redirected to the VSL page, and this is a extremely important page in this kind of funnel. The VSL page is basically what will convert them from just being interested to actually being interested enough in booking a call. And again, this is a high ticket program. So the VSL page, we tested that so many times, again, also with the opt-in page up here with the headlines. But the VSL page, we of course uploaded the video to Vistia, and then we could see all the data. Where did people drop off? What was the engagement rate? All these kind of things, which is very, very important, as we're going to also get a better understanding the longer we run the funnel. What is people's objections? What is people interested in? And so on and so forth. So extremely important page. Definitely test that a lot. We definitely did, and super, super important. On the VSL page, they will click a button and go directly to a book a call page. The reason we didn't have the form on the VSL page is because we just go high level for the funnels. So we can basically see when people click the call to action, they would be redirected to a new page, and we can actually see like how many visitors did we have on the opt-in page, how many visitors did we have on the VSL page. We can see the conversion rate between that. And then on the VSL page to the book a call page, what was the conversion rate between that? How many did actually move on to the next step? And then we can of course see how many calls did we actually book. So they ended up on the book a call page, and then they went to book a call. When they book a call, they went again redirected to a thank you page, where we had a very short, just 2-minute pre-call video, basically just pre-qualifying, like, this is what we expect of you. Sit in a quiet space, have a note block, don't be distracted, actually show up on time. And then a little bit about like what the sales call, or we didn't call it a sales call, but what the call would be about. Like, we would ask you a few questions, where is your current situation, what is your dreams, so on and so forth. Of course, just a small video to pre-qualify them. This also triggered a email flow with a pre-call sequence, where we also have had some Q&A question, not Q&A, some FAQ questions, basically just handling the main objections, so they already basically were pre-handled. Another thing, since this was a very high-ticket program, we had a sales call of 3 guys, so we didn't want to waste their time. We didn't want to fill out the calendar with unqualified leads, so we actually had a manual qualification process, which was a process of a guy, sometimes the dialer, sometimes the app setter, actually going through all the leads every single day that booked the call, actually pre-qualifying them with like what questions did they write. Because of course, with the book a call, that was through Calendly, and we had pre-qualification questions. So what is your current revenue? How much do you make a month currently? What is your goal? What is your like situation? Tell me about yourself, all this kind of things. So yeah, we would do a manual qualification and cancel the calls that basically maybe didn't have money at all or didn't fill out the questions very well. So we only had more or less high quality leads for our sales team. And now I can move down. Perfect. Then we of course had the sales call. As I just mentioned, we had a sales team of 3 guys, and they would basically just sell. Of course, very, very good guys. Let me just see here. Perfect. And again, high ticket program. We basically had 2 to 3 deliverables. We have of course had the full package, which was around $5,000. So that is the whole program with the community, unlimited one-on-one coaching, all this video course, everything. Of course, they would get full access. If people didn't really have that money, or they didn't want the community part or the one-on-one coaching, we also offered just a video course, which was just inside the Go High level. No community again, no nothing. That was a little bit, it could be $1,500, it could be $2,500, but on average around $2,000 we sold that for. And of course, sometimes in the end, when we had more frameworks than that, we could also just sell the frameworks for less price, around $1,000. So that's more or less the 3 deliverables that we had. And of course, sometimes also no sale, and that would just follow up later, go back to the appointment setter. They would have a list like follow up with these. What was the reason? Of course, we had the call tracker, everything. What was the reason they didn't buy? So on and so forth, which is also, again, extremely important. Know why your prospects didn't buy. So you can actually fix it and follow up with them in the future and be in the loop, like, oh, did you fix this, or how is the situation now? I remember this was what it was back then, and so on and so forth. So yeah, that was basically what we sold, high ticket. Then we of course onboarded them into the community, into the course, everything. And if we go back to this over here, of course now they are a customer. We're getting them results, and then around 6 months to a year after, we would actually try to upsell them to a physical mastermind that this guy had, our client had, where we actually would reach out to them, of course, also announce it on Instagram and so on and so forth, but actually upsell them to a mastermind, a physical mastermind. For example, it could be in Bali, where I am right now, most likely in Spain, as we were based in Denmark, all of us. So yeah. Very, very good. Very, very good. That is more or less the funnel. Of course, upsold them to the mastermind down here. And that is the funnel that we generated up here. Almost $227,000 in 1 month. $135,000 in cash collected in 1 single month, and spent almost $57,000. Sounds easy. Sounds simple. It's really not. A lot of iterations between each step, and of course the offer, the front person, the front figure, all has to play together. The organic content with nurture, the story sequences, everything has to play together with the appointments of the team, the sales team, everything. So yeah, a smaller margin business, but with volume, it's a lot of money, as you can see. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Those was basically everything I had for this video. I hope you guys are getting a good day, a good week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.